Alright, we're back on this project again today. Alright, so I got to bore out this hole here for the dowel pin now. So first thing I do is I got to set the depth here to be right at the gasket surface. Preferably through the gasket, but not in the case. So I got to set my depth stop up here for that depth. So let me move it off center so I can see where that is, and I can come back and it'll already be set. Alright. This used to be my straight edge right here. Go down until we hit that surface and we'll be good. Alright, let's see. Do it in gear. Kick it off center a little bit. Something about in there. That's going to be about a stop point. There. Alright, that's a starting point. Oh, they're not disengaging. What's up with that? Okay, clear. Power. Power stick. We got power. Basically put that on the gasket surface, go up till you touch. This is going uphill, you're high. If it's going like that, it's low. Come off the gasket surface, got a pretty good idea where we're at. About there. The gasket's probably about 20 thou thick. Down 18 thou. Right to there. It's pretty damn close to what we need. Something more solid than this, probably better. Let's get a tool bit. We'll use a solid chunk of metal to see what that dimension actually is. Blow that up, you can see what I'm doing over here. Get some lip I can actually get a hold of. High. Not much to grab a hold of here. kind of difference there. Okay, so looks okay there. Back her up 10. Okay, should be close. So basically, I zeroed it out, went down 20, came back up 10. And drop your scale and everything doesn't hurt. So coming off of that surface there, the light's not staying on. You can see how the scale's definitely going downhill right now. Okay, so I'll back it off 10, and I'll back it off 20 in case I'm off. You see how it cuts, we can always come back. Alright, so it's automatically going to stop at this point. When you engage this, it disengages that. That's what it pushes it down at. So when you push this down, it disengages the feed mechanism and stops there. So let's see how that actually works. Just back to 0. Right there, 10. That came in quick. I know we're cutting here a little bit. Very low. Okay, you can see we're cutting right there just a little bit. Not much else. And that's right there in our, say about 11.5, 12 thou. Go and give that a noticeable increase. There's a very low drag on that cutter. There it goes, right there. We'll even up that number. Totally off center. Alright. If you look way down in there, it looks like you still got some aluminum showing, which means we didn't cut all the way through. So I'm going to give it 10 more right there. Cut it some more. Let it go down. See if it went away or not. Can't see they're holding the camera and doing the need. It looks like it might have cut through, I don't know. But looking through the camera, it looks like it cut all the way through at that point. Give it 5 more, just to make sure. Okay. It looks like it's not even cutting more than about this much here, as it's cutting a circle. So we're giving up 10th out here. No, not quite. 10. At some point it's going to clean up. Barely making any difference. Barely. At the bottom of the hole, look. Looks like we picked up some aluminum See the gray spot down there at the bottom, and then we picked up aluminum. Looks like he might have went too far. We're back at 90. Back it up to 5. Okay, we'll get another 10. Close. At some point this hole is going to clean up. Circle now, finally a little bit. Still got a ways to go. Except the table moved over a tenth on us. I can live with that. Yeah, we're just barely getting about halfway right now. And still can't see it on there very well. Let's see here. Give it another 10. Sneaking up on this a little at a time. Okay, back over here. Work. Case a little bit. Really hard to tell. Looks like it is. Okay. Ten. Let's see where we're at here. 412. Same number both ways. just starting to clean, going all the way around now. You can see how the hole is just starting to clean there. A little bit of black, a little bit of clean, so it's pretty close. So really close. Alright, so we're at 412. 413. So we're going to make a dowel out of a bolt. We got until 432, so then we go off scale. So I'm going to give it another 5 or so. Four and a half. Should put us at about 16, 17. $16, $417 right there. A lot of like porosity holes there in the cover. Exactly where it's at, we're close. Okay, we're at 17 right now. Let's go to 20. 1, 2, and 3. Put it right there. Take a little bit. Down to 5. Okay, should be enough. So there's the hole. You can see the porosity in the cam cover right there. I think I'm through the gasket all the way down. There's a little gray line at the bottom. I passed it, so I'm assuming I'm into the case a little bit. I'm all right with that. All right, looks pretty good. Let's see what our number is that we have now. How'd that happen? 422. That's one I'm supposed to cut by 2. Once it started cutting all the way around, it cut bigger for some reason. Oh well. I'm not going to go any bigger. It doesn't really matter what the diameter is. I'm going to be turning this bolt down to the diameter I need it to be anyway. So this is 437. The reason I'm going to use a bolt is it's better material than just a piece of cold roll you grab off the shelf someplace. It leaves a horrible finish though. That's the only disadvantage to it. Okay, so that one is in there. So now I'm going to have to make me a part. Take her about 5/8 tall. Goes down the case, pretty good depth too. Alright, so I got to make me a dowel pin. So here's an original one. There's one I made out of a bolt. So a little loose. So I think that's only about 3/8 of an inch sticking out. So we have this much in the cam cover here. So probably should go a little bit longer. I can go down 1/8 of an inch pretty easy. Deeper, at least. I'm good with that. Okay, now I'm going to have to pull this cam cover off and see what we got to work with. Now, I don't want to play with this at all. Just going to leave that alone. And I'm going to zero this out of where I cut to. Zero. So everything is set to where it was before. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over a little bit. Get better offset to the right of it. Okay, I'll be back.